Alright everybody, this is Johnny Massacre and this is a very special vlog number 5, but it's not just a vlog, this is a little bit of a feature. Today I will be talking about the first ever vinyl release on the record label known as Ram Records. This is going to be a bit of an ad-lib, a bit of a random kind of waffle, because this record label is so fucking important to my life. But fuck it, that's what a vlog is all about, and I call it vlog, not vlog. So, Ram Records is a record label that was created by a DJ called Andy C and his mentor called Ant Miles. It was created in 1992, I believe. It wasn't until Ram Records number 3, called Valley of the Shadows, also known as 31 Seconds, that the label really blew up. That song, Valley of the Shadows, changed the dance music industry, specifically the hardcore industry, which had been spawned from the acid house genre. At that time, the scene was transitioning away from 4/4 kind of housey beats into break beats, and Valley of the Shadows was like a proto dance record. It was kind of in the old school of not house, but from that kind of school of thought, and the new school, which was breaks, and it was a little bit in between. The record was quite slow if you compare it to other kind of break beats and hardcore records that came later, and so it kind of like bridge genres together, the old kind of housey shit and the new kind of dark break stuff. Anyways, so after that release, Andy C, his star progressively rose, and by the time I think 98, 99 came around, he was well established as one of the best drum and bass DJs in the world, if not the best drum and bass DJ in the world. He solidified his status as a music producer with many anthems towards the turn of the millennium. He had records like Ram Trilogy Chapter 1, 2 and 3, which he co-produced with Shimon, his buddy from Essex, and also his mentor Ant Miles, which was shit hot. And it was around that time when I discovered drum and bass, which is what his third release had evolved into, that genre, and that changed my life. I remember the first time I heard a drum and bass record. It was there was two. One was actually on Andy C's record label, Ram Records, which was called Turbulence by a duo called Moving Fusion, and that was mind-blowing. And there was also another record called Hard Noise by Dillinger, which was on another record label. But those two records changed my life, and I remember going to clubs and kind of discovering about this dark underground music. And from then on, I knew what I wanted to be, which was a music producer and a DJ, and now I'm also a rapper. Andy C was the guiding light in that scene. He was the ultimate inspiration. He was the best DJ, and I guess he was, you know, arguably one of the best producers, if not the best producer. And you know, if you were into drum and bass back then, Andy C was your hero. I used to follow him around every Friday, every Saturday to hear all the new tracks he was making, because he was such a trendsetter. And back then there was no digital mixing, so it was all analog, and it's a remarkably simple premise, mixing two records together with different speeds. But I'd say only a fraction of DJs were able to do that. And not only could Andy C mix two records together easily, he could do it in seconds, and it enabled him to do the craziest, quickest mixes you've ever heard. I don't think any other genre is comparable. He would mix together like the heaviest, dirtiest, bassiest record, which was maybe with a quite choppy, simple beat, with a very frenetic, crazy, fast, like jungle record, and he'd just mix them together within seconds, and he'd double drop them. Double dropping is the art of mixing two tunes together so they peak and drop at the same time, which he pioneered, and he double dropped them together perfectly. And around that period, 1999 to about 2001, he never even fucked up a mix. He was like the Messi or the fucking Pele of drum and bass mixing. And so, yeah, you can see what I'm getting at. He's my hero, and he's absolutely changed my life. So, coming to the subject of this video, it's a very long prologue. I have procured a copy of Ram Records #1. Now, I wouldn't say that's particularly remarkable in itself, because if you go online, if you go to discogs.com, fucking amazing website, an online marketplace for vinyl, you can find a copy of Ram Records #1 without too much trouble. However, all the records I buy have to be mint. I don't give a fuck if it's a very good condition or whatever, it has to be mint. Discogs.com, if you go there and look at their quality guide, or if you just Google Discogs quality guide, it's very, very interesting. They go by something called, I think it's called the Gold Mine Standard, which is some other independent body. And that says there's different quality grades, such as, you know, I think poor, good, very good, maybe excellent or very good plus, and near mint and mint. Near mint quality, according to this guide and according to Discogs, is a record that shows no visible signs of wear and tear or degradation whatsoever. It says it looks like a record you just got home from the record store and you removed it from the shrink wrap. There is no ring wear where someone's tried to put it onto the platter. There is certainly no hairline scratches and no pops and crackles. And it's getting harder and harder to get these old classic records in mint condition. I had Ram Records #1 on my want list for a long time, looking for a mint, and I've seen maybe one in 3 or 4, even 5 years. Now, a lot of sellers on Discogs are assholes. They will list their records as mint, and they have no fucking idea what mint means. And I've emailed various people when there's a mint record that I want, and I say, is it really mint? And I copy and paste Discog.com's quality standard, and they say, well, you know, to me it's mint. No, it's fucking not. If you're going to sell on that website, you have to sell by the terms and conditions. So anyways, a mint Ram Records #1 from Back Drawer Records appeared on Discogs. So I was straight in there like a flash. And I asked the guy, is it mint? And I copied and pasted the text. And he was a little bit non-responsive, but he just said, yes, it's mint. And he didn't really go further than that. And I said to him, look, I don't want you to mail this over and then I'm going to have to like argue with you for a refund. And he didn't even reply, so I was like, fuck it, I just got to get in there, spend the money. Price is about 80 quid, which is fucking amazing for Ram Records #1 if it is mint. He sent it took a little while, and it fucking arrived today, and I'm going to take it out of its packaging, and I refuse to believe this is really going to be mint. Because a mint Ram Records #1 is impossible. If this is mint, it's got to be the only one in the world right now that's been on the marketplace, and I doubt there's hardly any in existence other than in Andy C's stable itself, or amongst a very select few group of people. So here it is. I'm not going to turn it around because I don't want to show you my address. If this really is a near mint Ram #1, I'm going to frame this motherfucker. I really am. I'm going to record it once with the highest quality needle and the best quality sound card. So check this out. Holy crap. Wow. Is this the original sleeve? I fucking wonder. I don't even want to... I should be wearing gloves for this shit, man. The sleeve is perfect condition. I doubt this is the original sleeve because it's so pure white. Fuck, I need gloves. I'm going to put socks on my fucking hands. Fuck. Oh shit. So, I mean, look at that. It's this record came out in 1992. Andy C, when he made it, he was born on April the 6th, 1976. So I don't know the month it came out in 1992, but he would have been 15 or 16 years old. The actual vinyl sticker looks fucking perfect. And actually, because there's no signs of yellowing or discoloration, perhaps the cover is real, the sleeve is real. I don't even know, but it kind of bodes well. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at the quality of that. This might actually be a fucking near mint copy. Look at the quality of that sticker. Jesus Christ. Ram #1, Andy C, Sound Mash EP. 1992 Ram Records. All tracks written, produced and mixed by Andy Clark at Ram Studios. I don't want to take this shit out. I don't want to fuck it, but I have to. Have to for the sake of the video. Oh fuck. Fucking hell. If that's the original inner sleeve, it's in, literally it's never been taken out of the sleeve. Fuck. I'm really scared right now. I'd be so pissed off if it's not a mint, but not surprised. It's a fucking near mint. It is a fucking near mint Ram #1. Oh my god. There you go, Ram Records. How shiny that shit is. It's got to be one of the rarest records in existence. Well, what else can I say? Hats off to Backdrawer Records. Now this has got to go back in the sleeve. Don't put your socks in your mouth, kids. You're not going to get a better copy of Ram Records #1 than that, other than in the residence of Andy C himself. Fuck, I can't believe it. So I'm going to record it at 192 kilohertz, or maybe even 384, the highest quality I can muster. And then I'm going to frame this shit, because this is the seed of the tree of which my life is a branch. So thank you, Andy C. Thank you, Miles. Thank you everyone at Ram Records. Thank you Backdrawer Records. And thank you everyone for watching. I'm Johnny Massacre. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to follow me on my quest to become the world's best producer, rapper and DJ, make sure to subscribe. Yes!